The biggest powerhouses in hip-hop is about to implode? Yes, we're talking about the bombshell revelation that Diddy might be plotting the unthinkable to save himself, and it could cost Jay-Z everything. This isn't just another celebrity scandal. This is a high-stakes chess game where careers, reputations, and maybe even freedom are sharing on the line. The shocking report we're diving into today uncovers allegations that could forever change the way we view two of the most iconic figures in the music industry. Is Diddy really prepared to throw Jay-Z under the bus to avoid his own downfall? And if so, how will Jay-Z respond to protect himself and his legacy? The evidence, the accusations, and the strategies, it's all coming to light. This story has sparked fiery debates online, split fans into factions, and drawn the eyes of the media from every corner of the globe. From their alleged involvement in horrifying misconduct to their years-long friendship seemingly unraveling before our very eyes, this is drama like we've never seen before. Stay tuned, because we're breaking down the shocking details, exploring the evidence, and unpacking what this could mean for Jay-Z, Diddy, and the music industry at large. Trust me, by the end of this video, you'll have all the jaw-dropping details, and maybe even a new perspective on your favorite moguls. Let's dive in.
That surprised a lot of us and caused a lot of us to give a side eye to the situation. Like, whoa, bro, what are you talking about? Like, what do you mean Jay-Z and P. Diddy are not friends? Like, what are we saying here, right? But then some people were quick to point out that, look, that's what Jay-Z's lawyer said. That's not, in fact, what Jay-Z said. So we need to parse his words and take that with a grain of salt. The lawyer just doing whatever he has to do in the best interest of his client to distance him from whatever allegations may be circulating out there. So we did a show about that. So what happened? I was combing through the internet here, and I came across an article from Yahoo News, and it had the following headline. It says, Jay-Z reportedly plans to show zero loyalty to Diddy as he battles scathing lawsuit. And I was like, whoa. So then I started to read what this article had to say here. And folks, you will not even believe what Jay-Z and these guys are planning to do. So this is the article I want to get into. Let's get into this article here. Okay, so let's get into the article. It then says, Jay-Z will show zero loyalty to Sean Diddy Combs amid ongoing allegation battles. According to reports, the rap moguls are facing a lawsuit from a lady identified as Jane Doe, who accuses them of taking turns R-ing her at an after party when she was 13.
The breaking news: Diddy's alleged plan against Jay-Z. In a jaw-dropping revelation, reports have surfaced claiming that Sean Diddy Combs is planning to implicate Jay-Z in an effort to shield himself from escalating legal troubles. The alleged strategy revolves around redirecting the spotlight onto Jay-Z to deflect attention from his own mounting accusations. This calculated move, described by insiders as a desperate gambit, has sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry, calling into question the loyalties and rivalries among hip-hop's biggest power players. The timing of this revelation could not be more pivotal. With lawsuits piling up against both moguls, the report emerges as the court of public opinion turns increasingly critical. For Diddy, facing multiple civil suits and a criminal investigation, the stakes have never been higher. For Jay-Z, whose name has been mentioned in connection to some of the allegations, this development threatens to drag him deeper into a controversy he has publicly tried to distance himself from.
To the latest in the lawsuit against Jay-Z, accusing him and Sean Diddy Combs of raping a 13-year-old girl at a party. A federal judge ruling the woman alleging the attack can remain anonymous. Morgan Norwood has the details. Morgan, good morning.
Whit, good morning. From the moment this case was filed, Jay-Z's legal team fought to get it dismissed, arguing that the woman accusing him must reveal her name. But this morning, a judge ruling she doesn't have to, at least for now. The judge also had some sharp words for its lawyers, calling them out for their aggressive filings and personal attacks and asking them to tone it down. This morning, a legal victory for the woman who is suing Jay-Z for allegedly raping her when she was 13. A federal judge ruling the woman can proceed with the case while remaining anonymous, at least for now. But the judge also chastising the lawyers representing Jay-Z, accusing them of trying to fast-track the judicial process by repeatedly filing motions to reveal the identity of the Jane Doe to have the case dismissed. The judge writing in a 5-page brief that the Carter's lawyers' relentless filing of combative motions containing inflammatory language and ad hominem attacks is inappropriate, a waste of judicial resources, and a tactic unlikely to benefit his client. The court will not fast-track the judicial process merely because the counsel demands it.
This latest legal twist coming after the recently filed civil lawsuit by Jane Doe, claiming that Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter, and P. Diddy drugged and raped a 13-year-old girl at an after-party after the MTV Music Awards in 2000, while an unnamed celebrity watched. Jay-Z has vehemently denied all the allegations, putting out this statement 2 weeks ago, writing in part, "This is a blackmail attempt." The multi-platinum artist, who was 30 at the time, now a business mogul with decades of hits to his name, with songs like Run This Town.
We are, yeah, I said it, we are. This is Rock Nation, pledge your allegiance.
His attorneys have denied everything about Jane Doe's account and pointed to some alleged inconsistencies in her story.
It's not just that this story is a lie and that it's not true. It's provably, demonstrably false. This never happened.
The judge writing that while Jane Doe can remain anonymous for now, she may be required to reveal her identity at a later date to allow Jay-Z's lawyers to collect facts necessary to prepare for trial.
Oftentimes, when someone is accused of a crime like this, the accuser doesn't want to be named, and if they are forced to be named, we have seen certain people decide to drop the lawsuit altogether.
And just the day before this ruling, Jay-Z's wife Beyonce and his daughter Blue Ivy making a heralded appearance during a halftime of the Ravens-Texans game on Christmas Day on Netflix, performing a live show to an audience of more than 27 million viewers.
And just this morning, Tony Busby, the lawyer representing Jay-Z and Diddy's accuser, releasing a statement to ABC News, writing, "I will say that the coordinated and desperate efforts to attack me as counsel for alleged victims are falling flat. We won't be bullied or intimidated." We also reached out to Jay-Z and his team, but did not get a response, guys.
The allegations against Jay-Z and Diddy. The allegations against Jay-Z and Diddy are as grave as they are shocking. Both moguls have been implicated in a lawsuit filed by Jane Doe, who alleges that she was assaulted at an after-party following the 2000 MTV Video Music Awards. The lawsuit details horrifying claims of exploitation, naming both Diddy and Jay-Z as participants in acts that Jane Doe asserts occurred when she was just 13 years old. According to the lawsuit, Jane Doe encountered Diddy's limousine driver outside the awards venue, where she was promised access to an exclusive after-party. The narrative grows more disturbing as she describes being transported to a private location, offered a drug-laced drink, and ultimately subjected to assault. The lawsuit further alleges that Diddy played a central role in orchestrating the events, with Jay-Z allegedly being an active participant.
Also this morning, a judge has denied rap mogul Jay-Z's request to identify the rape accuser in a Jane Doe sexual assault lawsuit against him. She alleges she was 13 years old when the rapper and Sean Diddy Combs raped her during a VMA's after party that was in 2000. Lawsuit was filed in October. Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter, was added to the complaint on December 8th. Both Carter and Combs have denied the woman's claims, that woman represented by Houston attorney Tony Busby. Judge's ruling now allows the woman to proceed anonymously in the case.
Jay-Z's response, distancing himself from Diddy. In the wake of these explosive allegations, Jay-Z has wasted no time in attempting to distance himself from Diddy. Through public statements issued by his attorney, Alex Spiro, Jay-Z has characterized his relationship with Diddy as strictly professional, denying any deeper personal ties. Spiro emphasized that Jay-Z has no knowledge of or involvement in Diddy's alleged activities, a statement clearly aimed at insulating his client from the growing scandal. This calculated distancing has raised questions about its authenticity. Observers note that Jay-Z and Diddy have long been seen as close associates, frequently collaborating on music projects and attending high-profile events together. Whether Jay-Z's claims of minimal connection are genuine or merely a tactical response to protect his image remains a matter of heated debate. Critics have also pointed out the potential hypocrisy in Jay-Z's stance, suggesting that his efforts to sever ties with Diddy may be driven less by moral conviction and more by a desire to safeguard his reputation. As legal battles intensify, this strategy could either bolster Jay-Z's defense or backfire if further evidence emerges linking him to Diddy's alleged misconduct.
I'm surprised, but then again, I'm not surprised. I'm surprised because these gentlemen did seem close from the outside. Looking in, they looked like they were friendly with one another. There are even videos online of them attending various movie events. There's a video of Jay-Z coming to Diddy's house, picking him up. He was even in his bathroom. They're looking at Diddy's, like, in his home and all of that.
The lawyer's role, JAYZ's defense strategy. Central to JAYZ's defense is his high-powered legal team, led by Alex Spiro, who has crafted a strategy centered on discrediting the allegations and minimizing his client's involvement. Spiro has publicly dismissed the lawsuit as a shakedown designed to extract a financial settlement, portraying JAYZ as an innocent bystander unfairly targeted by opportunistic accusers.
Federal judge has ruled against hip-hop moguls JAYZ and Sean Diddy Combs in the lawsuit accusing them of raping a 13-year-old girl. In the ruling, the judge said the woman alleging the attack can remain anonymous. ABC's Morgan Norwood has the details.
A legal victory for the woman who is suing JAYZ for allegedly raping her when she was 13. A federal judge ruling the woman can proceed with the case while remaining anonymous, at least for now. But the judge also chastising the lawyers representing JAYZ, accusing them of trying to fast-track the judicial process by repeatedly filing motions to reveal the identity of the Jane Doe to have the case dismissed. The judge writing in a 5-page brief that the Carter's lawyers' relentless filing of combative motions containing inflammatory language and ad hominem attacks is inappropriate, a waste of judicial resources, and a tactic unlikely to benefit his client. The court will not fast-track the judicial process merely because the counsel demands it. This latest legal twist coming after the recently filed civil lawsuit by Jane Doe, claiming that JAYZ, whose real name is Sean Carter, and P. Diddy, drugged and raped a 13-year-old girl at an after-party after the MTV Music Awards in 2000, while an unnamed celebrity watched. JAYZ has vehemently denied all the allegations, putting out this statement 2 weeks ago, writing in part, "This is a blackmail attempt." The multi-platinum artist, who was 30 at the time, now a business mogul with decades of hits to his name.
Diddy's alleged counterplan. Amid his own mounting legal troubles, Diddy is reportedly exploring a bold counter-strategy, implicating JAYZ as a co-conspirator. Sources close to the case suggest that Diddy views this move as a way to dilute his own culpability, presenting himself as just one player in a larger network of misconduct. This strategy, while high risk, could potentially shift focus away from Diddy and force JAYZ into a more defensive position. Speculation abounds about whether Diddy's plan is born of desperation or calculated pragmatism. With his reputation already in tatters and his freedom at stake, Diddy may see little to lose by dragging others into the fray. However, this approach carries significant risks, as it could alienate potential allies and further tarnish his image. The implications of Diddy's strategy extend far beyond his personal case. If successful, it could expose deeper layers of corruption within the entertainment industry, implicating not just JAYZ, but potentially other high-profile figures. Conversely, if the plan backfires, it could cement Diddy's role as the primary antagonist in this unfolding scandal.
The woman who says she was raped by JAYZ and Sean Diddy Combs when she was just 13 can now proceed in her lawsuit without publicly disclosing her name, at least for the time being. A judge in New York now says the woman can remain anonymous because to substantial interest from the public, and that's the reason here. However, she may need to reveal her identity at a later date to allow defense lawyers to prepare for trial. Meanwhile, Combs, currently in jail awaiting a trial on federal sex trafficking charges, denies the claims. JAYZ says the accuser is trying to blackmail him.
Media coverage fueling the fire. The media has played a pivotal role in amplifying the drama surrounding Diddy and JAYZ. Major outlets like Yahoo News and the Daily Mail have framed the narrative as a dramatic fallout between former allies, with headlines highlighting the alleged betrayal and escalating tensions. This coverage has fueled public fascination, making the case one of the most talked about stories in entertainment. Social media has further intensified the spotlight, with hashtags and viral posts sparking heated debates among fans and critics. Platforms like Twitter and Instagram have become battlegrounds for contrasting opinions, with some users rallying behind JAYZ's defense while others speculate about Diddy's motives. The relentless pace of online discourse has ensured that the story remains a dominant topic of conversation. Critics have also raised concerns about sensationalism in media coverage, arguing that it risks trivializing the serious nature of the allegations. As the case progresses, the role of the media in shaping public perception will remain a crucial factor in how the story unfolds.
But first, we want to share with you some brand new developments we are learning in the Sean Diddy Combs investigations and civil lawsuits. We know this is an ongoing case against him, and now we are learning that One of the civil complaints that's been brought against Diddy has been amended. It's been amended. And so you may recall us talking about this case previously, and a case about a 13-year-old allegedly being raped by Diddy, allegedly being assaulted and raped by another male celebrity who was previously not identified. Now, that celebrity has been identified. He's been identified as fellow hip-hop mogul JAYZ. His name has been revealed. The allegation is that he and Diddy raped a 13-year-old girl at an after party in the year 2000 after the MTV Video Music Awards. Now, JAYZ is denying these allegations. In a statement he posted to his X account, he denies the allegations and questions why this was done civilly, why this civil lawsuit was filed demanding money, and why a criminal complaint has not been made. He writes, quote, "My lawyer received a blackmail attempt, called a demand letter from a lawyer named Tony Busby."
History of JAYZ and Diddy's relationship. The professional and personal history between JAYZ and Diddy is a complex tapestry of collaboration and competition. Over the years, the two moguls have shared stages, co-produced music, and celebrated milestones together, projecting an image of mutual respect and camaraderie. Diddy's 50th birthday party, where JAYZ was a prominent guest, symbolized the strength of their bond. However, beneath the surface, tensions have occasionally flared. Industry insiders have pointed to moments of rivalry, particularly as both men vied for dominance in the music and business worlds. From competing record labels to contrasting public personas, their relationship has been marked by an undercurrent of competition that may now be coming to a head. The current allegations have cast their relationship in a new light, raising questions about the depth of their connection and the loyalties that once defined their partnership. As legal battles intensify, the fallout from this saga could permanently reshape their legacies and the way they are perceived by fans and peers alike.
We've got some breaking news to get to. A civil lawsuit has been filed against JAYZ, saying the rapper raped a 13-year-old girl back in 2000. The suit alleges that JAYZ, whose real name is Sean Carter, raped the girl after the Video Music Awards alongside Sean Diddy Combs. The victim says she was invited to an after party after being spotted by a limo driver and was then assaulted by both rappers. JAYZ is calling this a blackmail attempt. He released a statement on social media responding to the lawsuit, and Texas attorney behind the legal action saying in part, "These allegations are so heinous in nature, you have made a terrible error in judgment, thinking that all celebrities are the same. I look forward to showing you just how different I am."
Alleged betrayal. JAYZ's willingness to throw Diddy under the bus. Reports suggesting that JAYZ may prioritize his own defense by implicating Diddy have ignited intense scrutiny. If true, this marks a potential turning point in the case, highlighting the lengths JAYZ might be willing to go to protect his family, legacy, and business empire. Critics argue that such a move would cement JAYZ's reputation as a savvy yet ruthless strategist, willing to sever even the closest ties for self-preservation. Past instances lend credence to this theory. JAYZ has a history of distancing himself from former collaborators and associates when their relationships become liabilities. From the fallout with Rockefeller co-founder Damon Dash to his silence during Kanye West's public controversies, JAYZ's actions have consistently reflected a pragmatic approach to maintaining his brand. These precedents suggest that his actions regarding Diddy may be a continuation of this pattern.
Combs allegedly planned and controlled the sex performances, which he called freak-offs, and he often electronically recorded them. The freak-offs sometimes lasted days at a time, involved multiple commercial sex workers, and often involved a variety of narcotics, such as ketamine, ecstasy, and GHB, which Combs distributed to the victims to keep them obedient and compliant. As alleged, when Combs didn't get his way, he was violent, and he subjected victims to physical, emotional, and verbal abuse so that they would participate in the freak-offs, and that Combs hit, kicked, threw objects at, and dragged victims, at times by their hair. On one occasion in March of 2016, that conduct was captured on video and later reported in the media. Specifically, Combs kicked dragged and threw a vase at a victim in a Los Angeles hotel when the victim was attempting to flee. As alleged, these assaults often resulted in injuries to the victims, which took days or weeks to heal. In addition to the violence, the indictment alleges that Combs threatened and coerced victims to get them to participate in the freak-offs.
The broader case, Jane Doe's lawsuit. The lawsuit filed by Jane Doe represents the centerpiece of the allegations against Diddy and JAYZ. Jane Doe has detailed harrowing accounts of her alleged assault at a 2000 after-party, claiming that both moguls played active roles in the incident. Her lawsuit, filed under New York's Gender-Motivated Violence Act, is one of several cases spearheaded by attorney Tony Buzbee, who represents a growing number of accusers. Busbee's involvement has amplified the case's visibility, with his assertive legal tactics drawing both praise and criticism. Known for taking on high-profile cases, Buzbee has vowed to hold powerful figures accountable, framing this lawsuit as a broader fight against systemic abuse in the entertainment industry. His claims that he represents hundreds of additional victims suggest that this case may be the tip of the iceberg.
We are learning in just the last few minutes that a federal judge is now refusing to grant Sean Diddy Combs bail. Instead, he's going straight to jail tonight after Diddy pleaded not guilty to charges of sex trafficking and racketeering. Want to show you some of these brand new court sketches coming into us, like literally in the last 90 seconds. This is Combs in court after prosecutors arrested him at a hotel in Manhattan. It's where he's apparently been living for weeks, according to what a person familiar with the move tells NBC News. All of it a tipping point now in that sprawling federal investigation into the superstar's alleged years of sex crimes dating back to 2009. As we're just getting in some new and deeply disturbing details about the allegations against him in what looks like a massive criminal operation, allegedly. At least 50 victims and witnesses so far. And at the center of it, these hours and days-long sex acts known as, in their words, freak-offs that Combs supposedly orchestrated to abuse his victims.
The road ahead. What to watch for. As the legal saga unfolds, the stakes for both JAYZ and Diddy continue to escalate. For JAYZ, the immediate priority is clearing his name and minimizing reputational damage. His legal team's strategy will likely involve continued efforts to discredit the allegations and emphasize his lack of involvement in Diddy's alleged actions. However, the emergence of new evidence or additional accusers could significantly alter his trajectory. For Diddy, the situation appears even more precarious. Facing multiple lawsuits and criminal investigations, his legal battles could define the remainder of his career. Speculation about his alleged plan to implicate JAYZ suggests that he may adopt increasingly aggressive tactics as he fights to preserve his freedom. The potential for plea deals, settlements, or further accusations looms large, adding to the uncertainty surrounding his future. Beyond the individual stakes for JAYZ and Diddy, this case has broader implications for the entertainment industry. It could prompt deeper investigations into other high-profile figures, expose systemic issues, and spark renewed calls for accountability. The outcome will undoubtedly shape public perceptions of celebrity power and responsibility, leaving a lasting impact on the cultural and legal landscape.
Disgraced music mogul Sean Diddy Combs, once known for his lavish lifestyle and living large in his multi-million-dollar mansions, has a new home as he awaits trial in his federal sex trafficking case. Last week, the Bad Boy founder's defense team unsuccessfully fought to keep the music producer out of federal jail after his arrest. Now his new digs once house other high-profile inmates, including R. Kelly, Fetty Wap, Sam Bankman-Fried, and Ghislaine Maxwell. Diddy is currently housed at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, New York, a stark difference from the glitz, glamour, and wealth in Hollywood and Star Island in Miami Beach, Florida. But MDC Brooklyn has been described as hell on earth, with horrifying conditions. The facility, which now houses Diddy, opened in the early 90s and is the only federal jail in New York City after the Bureau of Prisons closed its Metropolitan Correctional Center in 2021 after many issues came to light in the wake of Jeffrey Epstein's suicide just 2 years earlier.
Wow. If there's one thing this story makes clear, it's that the world of fame and fortune is far messier than it appears. From Diddy's alleged plan to shift blame onto JAYZ, to JAYZ's own strategic moves to distance himself, it's clear that what's at stake is more than just careers. It's reputations, legacies, and maybe even lives. We've unpacked the shocking allegations, the explosive revelations, and the strategies at play in this high-stakes drama. But as we've seen, this story is far from over. What happens next could redefine the music industry and how we hold its biggest names accountable. Will Diddy's alleged plan backfire? Will Jay-Z manage to protect his legacy? And what will this mean for fans who've idolized these figures for decades? Before we wrap up, let us know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Diddy's alleged strategy is a desperate move or a calculated one? And how do you feel about Jay-Z's response so far? Your opinions matter, and we'd love to hear them. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more updates on this and other breaking stories. Hit that notification bell so you never miss out. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Because trust me, the drama is only just beginning.